Hey, it's Rick with Rock Bottom Outreach, and it's Real Talk Friday. Okay, this is the last little piece to the fathers about Father's Day. And if you noticed that I have my Rangers outfit on, I got my hat, my shirt, man, I'm ready for the game, baby. And you got to understand, man, since I was 7 years old, I've been very, very passionate about sports. That was my life. But, having three sons, I wanted the same thing for them. So my boys played football, they played baseball, they wrestled, and I always coached them. But if you know me, I'm a very intense guy. Well, I was very intense. If you've ever heard me say bam, that bam word came from the football field. Anytime there was a big hit, I'd holler, bam, baby. And that's kind of where it came from. But here's the deal. I did not realize at the time my kids didn't need a coach. They needed a dad. And here's where the fine line was. My middle son, Toby, said that anytime he lost on the wrestling mat, he would always look at me first. But he admitted later, after rock bottom, that he thought I hated him. And that broke my heart because that was not it. I do love him. I was disappointed he lost. But here's right here what broke the ice. My oldest son, Tad, played baseball. And during the game, somebody had captured a picture of my facial expression looking at my son. And it made me nauseated. It was not a look of love looking at my son. I am absolutely ashamed to say that is when I knew my days of coaching were over. And it was time to be a full-time dad, not a full-time coach. Guys, I know you're passionate about sports and you want your kids to be great, but where's the fine line? We can't be living our dreams and life through our children. That's just not fair. They want to do their best, I promise you. But there comes a time, though, they got to understand you love them unconditionally. We can easily take Little League baseball, football, wrestling way too far that the kids begin to hate it. They can't stand it being screamed at by your dad and in their face and just like, man, I'm so disappointed in you. You're a disgrace. I'm quoting things that I've seen. Anytime even I played catch with my kids, it was never a game of catch. It was always a coaching lesson. And I did want to teach them to do it right. But, I always took it way too far. It took me hitting the bottom. I hope it doesn't take you. Again, your kids need a dad, not a coach. If you can't find perspective in the balance, you don't need to be coaching. If you're coaching for you, you're coaching for the wrong reason. If you're living your glory days through your child, you're coaching for the wrong reason. Turn the page. This Saturday, Rock Bottom Outreach is going to be in Fort Worth doing what we call Butler House Outreach, 6 p to 8 p.m. Let me tell you what's relevant about this. We are going to be standing in the gap, filling in for a bunch of fathers and mothers to a bunch of kids that do not have anyone around. They are longing for somebody to give them attention to play catch with them. So if you can give an hour, 2 hours this Saturday, and I know it's Father's Day weekend, but hey, what a better way than to go be a father to a kid that doesn't have a father. But we're asking you to bring baseballs, football, basketballs, hula hoops, bubbles, kites, whatever. Bring down there, and we want to give them to the kids. Bless the kids and let them just have a good time. We're going to do hamburgers, hot dogs. But we're also need diapers. We were there 2 months ago, and there's a huge need for diapers. Now, the brochure, the flyer, is on our page, so every detail is there. Again, if you can't stay the whole time, that's cool. That's cool. But, man, come down and love on these kids for a couple hours. Stop and grab a football or something on the way. If it's not brand new, grab one you have. They don't care. Thank you, fathers, for being the ultimate father. May God help us keep perspective and realize it's not a coach our kids need. It's a daddy. Hey, it's Rick with Rock Bottom Outreach. It's been Real Talk Friday. Have a great weekend.